Hi, this is Sewing STFUHM, and today I would like to review my favorite of almost all time when I was, especially from kid to now, is Harry Potter. To tell you the truth, I wasn't really interested in the first Harry Potter book. In fact, when Harry Potter first came out, the book series, I was kind of reluctant into reading it. I was into reading Stephen King. I was reading Animals. I was reading Wishbone. I was reading other fictional stories like Sword in the Stone and so on and so forth. But I wasn't interested in Harry Potter until The Prisoner of Azkaban hardcover caught my eye when I was going through my library. And at first I thought it was an interesting cover. In fact, I wanted to read it. Sad thing was, it was on hold for 2 months. And when I asked the reason why it was on hold, it was because not only was it brand new, but it was a big hit. So I asked the librarian, what should I do? And she tells me, read the first book of Harry Potter. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I was interested in the third book at the time. But then it changed my life when I finally read it. When I first read it, it was kind of interesting. And when the movie came out, oh my gosh, I loved it. Except, I'm here to rant about what I didn't like about the first. First thing up, like I said, I love the characters. I love Dan Radcliffe. I love the man who played Dumbledore. I loved them. There was just some things that I didn't like, not only from the movie and from the book as well. Like number one, how come the Dursleys are Harry's only relatives? Like, I understand that, okay, that Harry's mom, Lily Potter, died, and the reason why Voldemort, for some reason, can't touch him is because Lily protected him. But here's the thing, no one else knew that. Like, what about James Potter's family? Like, didn't James Potter have relatives? Didn't he have aunts or uncles? And also, why is Harry raised up neglected and abused? Now, I'm sure a lot of you people are thinking, well, they didn't hit Harry. However, think about this. Is it normal to shove or put a little kid to sleep in a cupboard for the first 10 years of his life? Is it normal to give him small portions? And heck, is it normal for his own cousin to beat him or make sure he has no friends at school? I mean, like here in the United States, and I believe maybe even Britain has something called Child Protective Services. Teachers keep an eye out to see if children have been abused or neglected, and they report it, and they will send the police over, or basically CPS agent to check out the house and see if there's any sign of neglect. Yes, there was. Since number one, there was no pictures of Harry, period. There was not even a whole video, not even a small snapshot. And, geez, what an amazement. Harry was lied to saying, well, your parents died in a car crash. Okay, that's perfectly normal. Like, I can understand you trying to save your kid's drama by telling the truth, hey, a mass killer killed your family. However, here's the thing. Even his aunt said the reason why she didn't want to say anything about his parents was because she was fucking jealous of her own sister. Her sister was a witch. And she went on a freaking rant in the fucking book saying, oh, I was the only one who could see what she was. She was a freak. Wow, talk about your ultimate drama. At the same time, they didn't drop Harry off at the train station. No, Harry wasn't taken to platform 9 3/4. No, they just dumped off, and what's really rude of his uncle to say was, oh, it looks like your platform hasn't been made yet. What the heck? I mean, didn't Petunia Dursley actually see anything? I mean, come on, what the heck? I mean, come on. It's not even that bad. Okay, please put down the gun. Please. Thank you. And it drives me crazy, especially with Ron. Ron, I'm sorry to say, even though he's one of the top 3 characters of the Golden Trio, but he's the number 1 kid I can't stand. Here's the reason why. When he first meets up with Harry on the train, like, he has a big family. Okay, 8 kids. He's one of 8 siblings. I understand his mom can't take care of him much, but he whines and moans about being the last son. That, well, his parents were hoping for a girl and they finally got Ginny. However, this is how strange it was. Number 1, Ron, when he finally first meets up with Harry Potter, is that he literally goes down the corridor and he opens up the door and says, "Hey, can I sit here? The other rooms are full." Seriously, it's a huge freaking train. I understand if it's like, 1,000 students were going to the school, but in that other movie series, you can actually see students going in and out of the corridors. They're going in and out of the compartments, looking in and out. They're sitting with friends. How is there no room? Then we meet up with Hermione. Okay, she's a bookworm. She's not social. Okay, I understand that. How come she wasn't put in Ravenclaw? Okay, she was put in Gryffindor because of several things I have no idea. And then there's the bullying. Professor Snape. I love Professor Snape. He's probably the only teacher who basically sees Harry as another student, but he takes it as a chance to pick on him. In real life, if a teacher is caught bullying another student, or in fact a bunch of other students, he will lose his job. And what about Professor Quirrell? He's afraid of his own job, and when the troll incident came up, he faded. What the heck? Like, I understand he was playing around, but does it have flash warning signs? Same time, okay, what about at the same time with the trolls? When Professor Dumbledore basically states to all the students to go to the corridors, okay, here's a question. Why is he telling all the students to go to the corridors when Slytherin's dorm is in the freaking dungeons where the troll was said to be last seen? And let's not forget, okay, the detentions. I can understand if Harry and the crew gets caught at night, but here's the thing. She deducted 50 points each from her students, and when Malfoy was out, she only deducted 20. Is there something going on? At the same time, she has them take detention in the Forbidden Forest, which Dumbledore says, no students allowed. Seriously, what the heck? And finally, here's the thing that's been killing me. The thing that's been killing me ever since the book, the movie, fan fiction, and so on, is the protections. Okay, I can understand you have a Cerberus protecting the opening. And then when you go in, here's the thing I don't get. Devil Snare! They just learned that first year! They learned that in the first couple of weeks in school! And then we have the chess. Okay, if you're an experienced chess master, then yeah, you can probably get through it. But at the same time, why don't they trick their way going across the chessboard? Ron didn't have to give up his life. Ron didn't have to get knocked out. And let's see. Oh yeah, the keys. Anyone who can fly a freaking broom or know how to cast a freaking summoning spell can get a key. And they're flying all around the room. Okay, the troll I can understand, but however, Ron, Harry, and Hermione just faced the troll earlier that year. Who not to say maybe the other students would pick up the same thing? And finally, the potion. Thank God Professor Snape at least made it challenging. Heck, even I didn't know. It took me about 2 hours to actually sum up the riddle. And that was before I read the next line of Hermione saying, that she finally figured out, even though it took her 5 freaking minutes. Like, I had no idea. I had basically bottles, a cup filled up, and I went through it over and over. I was like, okay, which one will take me through the black fire, which one will take me through the purple fire, which one will poison me, which one will make me drunk. And finally, okay, here's the thing. The mirror of desire. It was there earlier. Why the heck? Why leave it out? And Dumbledore basically warned Harry about this. Okay, and Harry faces off with Voldemort. It drives me crazy, especially with the teachers. A couple of minutes before this, they go to the head of house, President McGonagall, and they warn her. They're telling her, hey, someone's going to steal the Sorcerer's Stone. She says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's well protected. Well protected? It probably took them about 3 or 4 hours to go through the enchantments, just so Harry can face off freaking Voldemort. At the same time, why did Dumbledore have to go? Why did Dumbledore take the broom to go to the Ministry of Magic? Dumbledore could have at least used the flute. He could have been there in less than 1 hour and back. And that's it. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the teachers, and the story basically drives me crazy. And at the end, when Dumbledore is giving out last minute points, don't you think he could have done that before the final dinner? It makes no sense. And he's like, okay, Harry, you get 50 points. Ron, you get 50 points. Ronnie, you get 50 points. And Neville, because you've proven great courage, I'm going to give you 10 extra points. Really? Wow. Thanks a lot. The Slytherin are ticked off. Basically, anyone else could have gotten extra points. Hey, Ravenclaw, you deserve 100 points for having the most students that scored over 100% on the test. Congratulations. Hufflepuff, you did a great job in helping others. You deserve 200 points. Slytherin, even though you are complete jerks, however, for doing best in your potions, you get 10 points. It just doesn't make sense. And with Dumbledore having Harry's invisibility cloak, why didn't he give it to Harry as soon as he got to Hogwarts? Or why didn't he meet up with Harry and say, Harry, I knew your parents. They were wonderful. I hope you recover. And instead of Harry, getting therapy, now he basically keeps them in the hospital wing until the dinner. And he sends him back to the Dursleys. Seriously? Now, like I said, I love the characters. I love Hedwig. I love Harry, Dumbledore, Professor Snape, Hermione, Neville. I love almost all the characters. But sadly, this basically brings me down. Very sad. Well, I hope this doesn't turn your expectations away from the movie. But there's one thing that's still been bugging me is this. How come no one has taken Harry to his parents' grave? His parents may have been dead for 10 years. At least the chance they could do was take Harry to the grave where his parents were buried, or take him to the house when the incident had happened. No one does anything. Now, sure thing. They can say, well, Harry's not ready for it yet. But why does Harry have to travel by himself? It's kind of depressing. It's sad. This is serving FTFU HM. I'm gonna lay down. Hope you guys have a great day, and expect my next rant on Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Signing off.